Hello and welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this story. I'm going to try and upload a new story each day. The Phantom Writer's Journal. Once upon a dreary night in the forgotten town of Ravenwood, where shadows clung to the buildings like malevolent spirits, lived a struggling author named Emily Holloway. Her dreams of literary success had crumbled into a desperate fight against writer's block, financial woes, and the gnawing fear that her stories were destined for oblivion. One fateful evening, as a tempest of frustration raged within Emily, she stumbled upon an ancient bookstore hidden in the darkest alley of Ravenwood. Its creaky door opened with a foreboding moan, and Emily, driven by desperation, entered the dimly lit space. An eerie hush settled over her as she explored the dusty shelves, each one laden with forgotten tomes and whispered secrets. In the dim light, Emily's eyes fell upon a peculiar leather-bound journal, its cover adorned with a faded quill and inkwell. Intrigued, she opened it to find tales that mirrored her deepest fears, written in a hand that seemed to dance with ethereal grace. The stories within spoke of her most intimate terrors: abandonment, the encroaching void of obscurity, and the relentless march of time. As Emily delved deeper into the Phantom Writer's Journal, an unsettling realization dawned upon her. The stories were not merely words on paper. They pulsated with a malevolent energy that seeped into the room. Shadows twisted and writhed, taking form as grotesque manifestations of her fears. With each turned page, the room metamorphosed into a nightmarish world of fiction. Emily's surroundings warped into distorted landscapes, from the journal forests haunted by spectral whispers, desolate wastelands echoing with the cries of the forgotten, and caverns where time itself seemed to unravel. Panicking, Emily tried to tear herself away from the accursed journal, but an unseen force bound her to its pages. The inked words on the paper manifested before her eyes, becoming grotesque entities that clawed at her sanity. She was trapped in a twisted realm where fiction and reality collided in a macabre dance. The Phantom Writer's stories became a relentless torment, pushing Emily to the brink of madness. She encountered characters who bore her likeness, haunted by the same fears that tormented her waking hours. The line between author and protagonist blurred as she struggled to escape the ever-shifting nightmare. Desperation turned to determination as Emily realized that she held the quill to her own fate. Gathering the remnants of her courage, she began to rewrite the tales within the journal. With each stroke of the pen, the nightmarish vision shifted, contorted, and crumbled. The inkwell became a weapon against the malevolent forces that sought to ensnare her. In the heart of the surreal landscape, Emily faced the embodiment of her deepest fears, a spectral figure representing the looming spectre of obscurity. With a defiant flourish of her pen, she rewrote her destiny, banishing the Phantom Writer's creation back into the ink-stained abyss. As the last echoes of the nightmarish realm faded away, Emily found herself back in the dimly lit bookstore. The journal, now devoid of its haunting tales, lay closed before her. The door creaked open, revealing a world that, though still cloaked in shadows, felt different, imbued with the resilience she had discovered within herself. The struggling author emerged from Ravenwood transformed, her newfound strength etched into the pages of her own stories. The Phantom Writer's Journal, once a conduit for nightmares, became a relic of triumph, a testament to the power of rewriting one's destiny in the face of the darkest shadows. And so Emily Holloway continued her journey as an author, no longer haunted by the fear of obscurity, for she had conquered the horrors that lurked within the Phantom Writer's Journal. With the weight of the nightmarish ordeal still clinging to her thoughts, Emily ventured forth into the world with newfound purpose. The streets of Ravenwood, once shrouded in ominous darkness, now seemed to embrace her with a subtle warmth. The echoes of her own resilience reverberated through her steps, a reminder that she could overcome the shadows that threatened to consume her. As Emily delved back into her own writing, the stories that flowed from her pen bore the mark of her triumph over the Phantom Writer's malevolence. Her tales spoke of courage in the face of despair, of characters who, like her, found strength within themselves to rewrite the narrative of their lives. Word of Emily's remarkable transformation spread through the literary circles of Ravenwood. She became an inspiration to other struggling authors, a living testament to the idea that one could confront their deepest fears and emerge stronger on the other side. The once forgotten town now held a flicker of hope, its creative spirit rekindled by the resilience of one determined writer. However, Emily couldn't shake the feeling that the Phantom Writer's journal had not been left behind entirely. Its presence lingered in the recesses of her mind, a haunting reminder of the thin veil that separated reality from the surreal. The boundary between her stories and the nightmarish realm she had escaped remained fragile, a constant source of both fascination and dread. In her pursuit of understanding, Emily immersed herself in research, seeking the origins of the mysterious journal and the Phantom Writer who had unwittingly unleashed such chaos. The dusty archives of Ravenwood's forgotten history revealed a tale of a reclusive author from centuries past, known for weaving stories that transcended the boundaries of reality. The author, believed to be a spectral figure himself, had left behind a legacy that manifested through the journal, a conduit for his unresolved fears and unfulfilled desires. As Emily uncovered the truth, she realized that the Phantom Writer's plight mirrored her own struggles, a timeless dance between creativity and the fear of being forgotten. Determined to break the cycle, Emily embarked on a journey to sever the ties that bound the Phantom Writer's legacy to the journal. Guided by the lessons she had learned in the nightmarish realm, she ventured into hidden corners of Ravenwood, facing spectral entities and unraveling the threads of the Phantom Writer's influence. With each encounter, Emily rewrote the narrative of the Phantom Writer's existence, offering him a chance at redemption and release from the haunting cycle. The journal, once a malevolent force, transformed into a vessel of catharsis, absorbing the echoes of the Phantom Writer's long-buried pain. As the final pages of the Phantom Writer's journal were rewritten, a profound stillness settled over Ravenwood. The shadows, once animated by the malevolent energy of the stories within, receded, allowing the town to bask in a glow of a newfound creative energy. Emily, having rewritten not only her destiny but also that of the Phantom Writer, stood at the crossroads of reality and fiction. The once ominous journal now lay closed, its pages empty, a testament to the power of rewriting one's story and breaking free from the chains of fear. Ravenwood, now bathed in the soft light of dawn, embraced a future where the line between reality and fiction remained distinct. Emily, having confronted the darkest corners of her imagination, continued her journey as an author with a profound understanding of the transformative power of storytelling. The Phantom Writer's journal, once a source of terror, had become a catalyst for rebirth, leaving behind a legacy that echoed through the pages of both history and fiction. With the shadows lifted and the town of Ravenwood bathed in the glow of a newfound creativity, Emily's reputation as a storyteller flourished. Her tales, imbued with the lessons learned from the Phantom Writer's journal, resonated with readers far and wide. The bookstore, once a haven for forgotten stories, became a thriving hub for artists seeking inspiration, drawn by the lingering magic that now enveloped the town. As Emily continued to craft her narratives, she discovered that the experiences within the nightmarish realm had left an indelible mark on her writing. Her stories carried a depth and authenticity that captivated readers on a visceral level. The characters she birthed on paper seemed to possess a life of their own, as if the echoes of the Phantom Writer's legacy had become a wellspring of creative energy. Yet Emily remained vigilant, knowing that the fragile boundary between reality and fiction demanded respect. She became a guardian of stories, ensuring that the tales she wove were crafted with intention and empathy. The lessons from the Phantom Writer's journal became the guiding principles of her literary endeavors, acknowledging fears, confronting darkness, and ultimately embracing the transformative power of storytelling. In the wake of her journey, a mysterious camaraderie emerged among Ravenwood's creative minds. Writers, artists, and dreamers gathered in the once forgotten town, drawn by the allure of a place where the boundaries between imagination and reality were blurred. The legacy of the Phantom Writer had transformed into a source of inspiration, a reminder that every tale, no matter how dark, held the potential for redemption and renewal. One day, as Emily strolled through the now vibrant streets of Ravenwood, she noticed a subtle movement in the corner of her eye. An ethereal figure, reminiscent of the Phantom Writer, materialized before her. However, instead of the haunting presence she once encountered, this apparition radiated a sense of peace and gratitude. The Phantom Writer, freed from the confines of the journal, extended a spectral hand in appreciation. Silent words passed between them, a shared understanding that transcended the need for spoken language. With a nod of gratitude, the Phantom Writer dissipated, leaving behind a gentle breeze that carried whispers of stories yet to be written. In the years that followed, Ravenwood became a beacon for those seeking solace in the realm of creativity. Emily's bookstore, now a symbol of artistic resilience, flourished as a sanctuary for storytellers of all kinds. The town's renaissance echoed the profound transformation that Emily had undergone, and the Phantom Writer's Journal, though emptied of its haunting tales, remained a revered artifact, a reminder of the power embedded in the written word. As the sun set over Ravenwood, casting a warm glow upon the bustling streets, Emily Holloway stood at the threshold of the bookstore, a guardian of stories, a conqueror of fears, and a weaver of dreams. The Phantom Writer's Journal, once a harbinger of nightmares, had become a catalyst for a creative renaissance, leaving an enduring legacy that rippled through the fabric of both reality and imagination. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.